Welcome, welcome, Aries. Thanks for joining me. This is your reading for the full moon eclipse on the 26th of May. It's pretty exciting. We enter, as we're sailing, we sail into eclipse season. So let's see what the cards are talking of today. We'll do a shortened Celtic cross for you. Lovely Aries. Let's see. The basis, if we can get one more card, and we'll talk about that first before we go through, I think. So we get one more. Right. Thank you very much. We present here with the beautiful 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is obviously it's a wonderful card because we get to the 10s, we really see it in our world. We see it in our home, in our workplace. This really, really top of the line bounty of emotion. It's really amazing. I'm just going to look at that. Yeah, interesting, Aries. It is crossed by the Knight of Cups. Now, this Knight could be, he does have quite a mature offering. He's moving quite quickly. I see a question mark here. I see a question mark. This is just what I hear. This Knight, messages coming through possibly from somebody, because you're in a position here, it would appear, we see the Queen of Discs as the basis. We'll go through and we'll find out more, but or what the story has to tell, dear Aries. But with the Queen reviews. So, whatever your situation is, maybe you're in a really good, emotionally, not only internally, emotionally, yourself, but you're in a really good position where you really are surrounded by a lot of very tangible expressions, a lot of close connections. Whether that be family, work colleagues. I do feel this Knight has come in to that and has initiated a review within you. I do sort of feel that, but let's just see what's behind you. What is behind lovely Aries? What's behind Aries? Aries, we get, this has come out, even though the cards are well and truly shuffled every time, we get the Fool. So this is the thing, I think there's been an offering, some kind of emotional offering. When that kind of thing happens, because it often does, where you set out, you were kind of bogged down for a while, and then suddenly you set out on this new adventure or journey, and you've got all, and it's like you, and you're off and you're doing it. It's often the case, just before you leave somewhere, that someone appears with a kind of offering. Do you know what I mean? It can be a romantic thing. So, and it's sort of like, oh shit, well, I'm just about to launch myself off out there into the world, into a new journey for myself. It's like, the magpie sees the shiny object is what I'm getting with this. Excuse me, Aries, anyway. The magpie sees the shiny object. You might be that shiny object for someone. lovely Aries. Oh my God. All right. So we look at current position. Yes, you are. You are that shiny object, I feel. We get the 9 of discs and the Thoth deck. Look at this beautiful card. It's kind of almost three-dimensional in real light. In the light, I should say, real light. You are the shiny object. This is a card of independence, of being self-made. We had another card come out here. I don't want to confuse this too much, but self-made, independent. I'm talking independent female qualities only because that's the traditional representation of the 9. From the current position, which is top in this circular spread, and the bottom, the base, we have this Queen. These are very similar cards. Of course, the Queen's gone through the 9 and has gone, through the whole suit to get to being a Queen and to be able to review. Currently, it seems, Aries, you might be a very shiny, glittering light for someone here. I do get that, but, it's different for everyone. These are really general readings. The other card that came out with that, and so the Queen's doing her review. Yeah, so I think there's a big question mark. There's sort of a pause. Hello, press pause for a while, for a moment, for whatever, for however long. This is the independent, self-made person, talking emotional independence as well. And whatever this Knight is, sees that. Interesting. With the 9 of discs, we had the 2 of swords coming out as well. So you're making, whether you're in pause mode, question mark mode, you're making a decision, largely based on your intuitive faculties, not necessarily on what you're seeing around you. So this is very much, I just hear true independence is what I hear, Aries. True independence. Moving forward, whatever decisions are to be made or will be made by you, moving forward, we get the 4 of Wands. We all, I think, if you're watching this, we all understand, in the classic 4 of Wands, we have the double 11. We have the homecoming, the perfect home, the place of ultimate nurture, family, all of that. And it's a shared experience. There are other people involved. So maybe, there are other people involved in the 4 of Wands. This glorious garlands over the gate. We have support. We have support from others as much as with our own independence. We have support from others within this card. It's very secure. All the 4s are very, very stable. So this is in the moving forward zone. Interesting, Aries. Now, let's get a wee Morgan Greer card for you. What are we interested in? I'm just shuffling away. What are we interested in? What are we interested in here? Let's see. We'll have a look at the full. We'll have a look at the full, please. Thank you. This new journey. Wow. Because we get the 8 of Cups. Maybe, it could I just, it could mean, not that the Eight of Cups always means actually physically leaving somewhere to go and find that Two of Cups, or to physically leave and detach from any given situation. But in this, the way that things are here, I do get this thing that possibly this has been a break. Has it been a break in a relationship? I don't mean a break, I mean like a time apart, or time for you to investigate whatever, to be unlimited and unbound in your ability to investigate that which is of your choice here for a period of time. We get the Eight of Cups coming out with the Fool. There's a nice level of healthy detachment here, Aries. I think, very much so. Very much so. Let's have a wee look at this. What is this decision for Aries? Aries will know that anyway, if this resonates. Two of Swords, please, for Aries. This wonderful independent spirit that you are. Oh my goodness. Look, you're seeking higher guidance. That's definite. I mean, it's almost as if I just get this image of someone leaving, like feeling this desire to go and spend time in a monastery, or on a retreat, or taking time out in that sense. To sort of get in touch with the maybe something that they felt was missing, like a within themselves, to understand different aspects of the self by going and doing some sort of retreat or something. I do get that, but anyway, with the Two of Swords, it might be for someone out there, it might be specific. With the Two of Swords, here we see this beautiful new moon, which will be in Gemini after this eclipse. It will be Gemini eclipse or something, is it? I think. Excuse me. So we get the High Priestess, this beautiful High Priestess that allows you in, all wise, all seeing, past, all past. The High Priestess with the Empress hand in hand, in the great seas, the primordial seas that give life to everything. I often look at the High Priestess as whereas the Empress, consort to the Emperor, creative, nurturing, in a mothering way, I see the High Priestess as this, as more of a spiritual nurturer, I guess. That's just the way I look at it. And she holds the key for you and invites you in to a series of different areas and doorways. And if you've watched these videos before, when the High Priestess has come up. So I do feel that there's a desire to understand full appreciation of what it is that you value in life. In this reading, you're surrounded in bounty, it seems, and yet there's a question mark about it. Maybe not about the bounty or your independence, but there is a question mark, dear Aries. You are seeking higher guidance here, in the sense that you're seeking it in order to move forward in the best possible way for you. And that's very wise. It's very sensible. And it's very conservative for you, I would say. I mean, conservative's not probably the right word. But instead of kind of, off the starting blocks, we're not seeking guidance so much. We're like this force. You are seeking guidance here. Whether that be within you. The High Priestess could be someone, actually, an older woman, in fact, in your life, Aries, whatever your situation, scenario, however this may or may not resonate. Okay. So you've received an offering, you're doing a review, you can see all the pitfalls you've been through, that you're up on top of the mountain, baby. Let's just see, moving forward, Four of Wands, the consummate happy home, moving forward here. Consummate happy home is the Knight. Part of that, I wonder. Possibly he may, in fact, himself hold a key to whether you've ever had resistance to it, you independent spirit. Whether you've ever had resistance to it is just what I get. The Knight may hold a key to that. Certainly the High Priestess does. Certainly the High Priestess does. And I say this because we get 3 cards coming out, and I'll speak of them as they came in that order. When we look at the Four of Wands, the happy home, moving forward, one would assume it's where we're heading to. I think you've understood. Clearly in this reading we get the 5 of Discs, a card of choosing to be in lack, choosing to be left out in the cold. It's a mindset. But you've understood this, actually, for yourself. You've understood it. It's like sometimes this moving forward position gives you like just a kind of surface overview of a reading. If 3 cards come out, you've understood that, and you overcame it to get to this point. You've been through this, You've notched it up, on your bedpost. There we go. There was the 5. Struggled with that for a while, as is often the case. But you've been through it. You understand it. You understand the machinations of power that are involved in this card too, when it is in relation to other people lack. When it is in relation to other people and not things. You understand the dynamics of that, how we wield that sword. How we can wield that sword to ourselves. But the thing is, because you've understood all this, it's like I just hear that, you've seen both sides. You've been both sides. You've seen both sides. But there's no doubt about this reading that you're an independent spirit. Because of this, whether this Knight offers you, whether you take the offering, whether you don't, whatever it is, dear Aries, you're going to be in this, embodying this position anyway. Whether you do, whether you don't. Whether you go in, on a retreat, or go into a Buddhist monastery for a couple of weeks, or do whatever you need to do to find to find a way of moving through the veil of the High Priestess, because she is calling you at this time. And however you perceive that to be for you. Now, the last card in this, understanding. You've been through all this. The last card is the ultimate Ace of Discs. The Ace of Discs. Whatever way you look here, whatever way you look at it, abundance, walking through the door of opportunity. And I do sense in this reading that there not only are you surrounded by really healthy climate. I mean, you're healthy emotionally, internally at this time, and you've put yourself in a position that complements that. But there are two, you are making a decision. There are two sort of what appear in the forefront, two options here. But you take it in your own time, dear friend Aries, because the destination point is whatever you choose is still bounty. It's still abundance. It's amazing. It's actually quite amazing, this reading. I'm almost hesitant to get any more cards because it's actually really beautiful. Excuse me. Really beautiful reading. Just a pixie and fairy card from the Brian Froude's Fairy Oracle, please. No, we'll just have a wee look at this High Priestess. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You're really making sure you do this in a completely holistic 360-degree way for yourself, which indicates to me that there really have been in the past great trial, my dear Aries, great trial. We get the Maiden. It's the most amazingly beautiful card. Look at her little face. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Fresh out of the cabbage patch. This is a whole new journey. And it really is blessed because there's no baggage. We've overcome that. There's no baggage. And there's nothing that, whatever this offering is from the night, there's nothing that takes this away. You can't make, I'm just saying, you can't make a wrong decision here. It's just amazing. This is what I get. Let's get a little, I'm just gonna get a journey map card from my own deck. Oh, look, talking of doorways of abundance opening up for you, Aries. I don't say that lightly either. I'm not a reader that does that. Awake and aware. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ooh, it's brilliant. Brilliant. A little word for Aries, just a wee snippet from the star cards. Just a wee word to sum this all up, because it's a glorious reading. It's really glorious. Just one card, please, if I can have one to jump. Thank you. Mastery. Yay. Process information without fear. Can you separate what is yours from another? This is the thing, that nothing actually, you've figured that out, what is yours from another. No offering, nothing will dampen your independence, your journey thus far, and all the learning that's gone on. Nothing's going to. You don't have to be afraid that something's going to come and clip your wings, because you've achieved a level of mastery, Aries. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me, Aries. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care. Enjoy this. If you can't see it, we can still go out and run around in the under the moon. Enjoy, Aries. We'll see you next time round. Fireflies. Thank you.